Hello, hello. Nico, can you hear me? Yes or no?
It's a thumbs up,
Hi.
so I think that's yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wait for the others.
What was the facepalm all about?
Johnny is doesn't know if he's joining or not.
Hello there.
He is just joining. Hello. How's life?
Hot.
Hot. Okay. What are we talking about in terms of temperature? So
Hello. People is arriving. People is coming.
isn't it nice when you plan a meeting and people actually show up?
See,
Okay, excuse me. I am wrong with the channel.
no,
Okay.
no, we're just waiting for everyone else to join.
Depends on what you're looking for.
Yes. Are in a CloudNativePG community meeting,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So it's your first time here?
No, actually, it's my fourth or the fifth. And I'm Jed, and I begin to contribute principally to the short helm.
Nice. Thank you.
And I'm here to discuss about all the opened pull requests in this repository and how it's difficult to go forward and to contribute better and quicker.
I'm adding that to the agenda.
Yes, please, because the last time I wouldn't have the opportunity to talk about it. I mean, there is a lot of things to talk about in the CNPG part, and for the short helm part, it's kind of a side project. It's true, but in my opinion, it's also the first user-facing problems, and the user that contribute should have at least a minimum of. We need to be more precise, more communicate more also. And I would like to help in this part, not only communicate, but also give a feedback. I begin to test, to grasp the whole engineering behind the Helm charts. It helped me a lot and give me a lot of advices and the guidance. And I think that I'm ready to do some more efforts. But I have somehow the hands tied to do further.
Okay, step by step. Let some people arrive. Let's give 1 more minute.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, it's the only item in the agenda right now, so it's the first one to discuss.
Great.
If someone has something else to talk about, please add it to the agenda.
Yes, if you give me access, then yes, I will. Oh, maybe if I switch to my other email address, give me a second.
Yeah. In your case, probably, I don't know.
Got it.
Okay, I think we can start. Well, it's already been recorded, by the way, because now with the Linux Foundation stuff, they start recording right away when the first person joins. Okay, so welcome to our community meeting from July 10, 2025, number 62. Wow. When was the 61? Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, sharing my screen for the agenda. Sharing my screen when I found the share screen button. There you are. Perfecto. Y pues perfecto. Ya. Pull request opened for charts, Helm charts project. There's a lot of them. Okay. Sid, what is your
Okay,
concern
thank
about
you.
this?
So,
Please.
first of all, and quickly, I really want to thank Ite. I don't think it's with us right now, but perhaps he will jump in this meeting. But several months ago, I asked to begin to help in the community of the CNPG, and he really guided me to grasp the Helm part, because it's something that I could help with in attending of having more knowledge about Postgres and Go development. At least the Kubernetes part, I'm enough good to could help. So my first contribution, it's the latest pull request, it 61.7. And in this one, I have a lot of trouble because it's something that complete or replace an existing pull request, and the fact that I didn't have the enough permission, I couldn't, for example, update a pull request. And right now, I think that all things is already here, but I can't, for example, trigger the linting, etc. So I'm somehow stuck about the things before just merging. There is a lot of tests. For example, I already tried to do some tests locally, but there is something that really more easier to in the feedback to have at least more, for example, maintainers that are more active or let me some part of permission enough to do further. It's not about my only pull request. There is a lot of easy pull requests that either need, for example, a couple of lines or just fixing the linting or adding some few tests, for example, sometimes also 2 or 3 lines, and it could be acceptable. So I'm really willing to help in all these opened pull requests. There is something that I don't know yet, so the idea is not to give me a full access. Or if you have any other idea more than just few permissions, I'm really here to have some feedback from you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you already talked with Itai about
Uh,
this?
this is the problem. Ite, when he is here, it's really nice and give the way to contribute and to continue. But when he is not available, there is nothing.
Well,
This is my main issue, in fact.
well, this is okay. one of the things that you need to keep in mind all the time is that when you are working with open source, it's not going to take it's going to be easy to get things merged the first few times, okay? Especially when you are joining to a new project. This is not the case for CNPG, but the case for everyone and every open source project. As you can see, it's not just, this is the chart. We have the same issue when we have to review on CNPG. We have the same issue when we have to review on the containers, everywhere. So yeah, the first things you need to understand is that you will have to have a lot of patience. That is, I know it can be frustrating. It is. It is for everyone, actually, when you start contributing to a project, an open source project. Okay. Now, with that being said, the main problem that I can see here is that this was committed last week. So you're expecting to have like immediate review. I haven't seen this pull request before, to be honest. Itai is the main person maintaining and coordinating everything that happens on the chart cluster because he is the creator and he actually is the one that managed that one. So I would like to have his input on this one, especially because the first thing that I can see here is that you are not actually adding recovery target variables, but you are adding a full set of tests here in this chainsaw. Now, I know that this chainsaw was implemented by Itai a long time ago, but I'm not kind of an expert. So it's not going to be easy for me to help you. So I don't know if someone else can give a hand on this besides Itai, okay? Probably we can ask Philip or someone like that. So that is basically the problem. I really, personally, I really like how you approach and everything, but you need to understand that it may take some time, especially in this case, because Itai is basically the only person that manages those charts. So we can try to talk with him, but it's not easy.
It's a growth
Yeah.
issue. I mean,
Yeah,
but the community is growing, and as you can see, the complexity of the project is quite high. So the other person, I think Jaime is one of the component owners of the charts. Okay, so this is how it works. I don't know if you saw the governance model, but basically there are maintainers, and at the moment there are component owners. So to become a component owner, you need okay. So for that, it's just Itai. Yes. Okay.
yes.
So Jaime is not there. He's not in the charts anymore.
So just to
Right.
keep the things clear, do you understand that my PR is not about contribute? It's just to have a long-waited pull request that is blocked on the other side, just to be merged, and it's my unique things to do. In fact, is not me in contributing. I'm helping a new an older pull request to be merged.
Okay. So you reviewed the patch from Itai.
It's my patch.
It's your patch.
And
Okay.
and you know, the fact that there is only one person to subscribe to all these pull requests. The problem is I really feel very uncomfortable to speak about this issue without Itai being here. It's like that I'm wanting something behind his back, but I really have some time to contribute and willing to contribute. But if it's just like this, it will be really, really hard, the first, and I don't see the difference between my future contribution and the pull requests that already opened. I could do anything about them. I mean, even for example, if for example I have just the permission to add some commit on them, or the ability to just to click the button right just let the future minute later, a few minutes ago, to trigger the checks, it would be at least easier for ETA or anything, any person that there is a maintainer to see what's happening, if there is problem, if there is more tests to do,
Well, the
etc.
problem is, you said it's in the action itself, in the pipeline.
Yes,
But it needs
I
to go
can't
there.
trigger anything by myself, and I can't add, I cannot add commits of a pull request of another person.
And you will
So
not, you
replacing,
will never be able to do it. Not even us, unless it's allowed from the users. I think that I mean, probably we can talk about this next week in the office hours, and I can give you a full tour. And first of all, how you need to start reading the contribution guide, how is actually probably you are going to expect this. This is your first contribution to an open source project?
no,
Which
but
one was the first one?
I contribute to most likely to a Grafana solution like
And,
Loki and
and
Mimir.
and
May,
they
may,
actually answered you like in less than a week?
may I suggest
The
something
problem
before I
is not
leave?
the
Sorry.
problem is not about my PR. No, you could remove my PR and it will not change anything in
So,
what I'm saying.
Zid, sorry, I need to drop now, sorry. May I suggest that, Jonathan, if you can, I think you are probably the best person to help. If you can organize a meeting with Zid and Isai, not, like it's an internal meeting with the three of you, just to understand on behalf of the maintainers, and get an idea. I mean, focus on this, because that's the thing for us. It's really the context switch is really hard for us, and Helm charts are something so specialized that we we have other stuff to do. So we also have to think about the long term, okay, of the software. So we need to be careful. So Itai, for example, has been around for a long time, and so it is important that if there's a new feature or a new contribution, then the person that writes that is expected to maintain that also after that. Okay, so because otherwise we are in the same situation where we are now, where somebody contributed to this chart and no, they left. Okay, they're not here anymore, and we don't have the knowledge or the time to basically embark in these. So in my opinion, Jonathan, if it's fine with you, otherwise we find somebody else. But my idea is to get a private meeting with Zid and Isai and try and solve the issue once and for all. Okay, what do you think?
The problem is that this is not about the pull request, as here actually say. It's about not having the permission to trigger the
Yes.
workflow, and that is normal because it's part of the permissions that we need to keep. So not everyone can trigger a workflow in a pull request that could reveal the secrets inside the organization. The workflow needs to be authorized to be triggered.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Zid says the problem remains, and if this makes people flee from the project, it's bad for us. So I think if the problem persists, we need to find, in my opinion, a way to solve it, because it's in our interest as a project to have more contributions.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
yeah,
That's why
I
I'm
have to
excited
drop.
to
So
see that we can talk about this either of next week, or we can try to find a place to check this during the office hour or during the week. We can do anything, but the first of all is, yeah, I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm not that you don't want to hear, but you cannot have permissions right now about anything. That is not something we can give you. That is going against the policies of every project and the CNCF. Okay, but what I can tell you is like we can work with you. Okay, that is something we can do. But for sure, last week, I I didn't saw this pull request until today. So it's not like we don't want to work. It's like there's a lot of things. And that's why we have the community meeting and the office hour. So people can actually arrive to us and talk about these pull requests. You know, that is actually the main idea. So that you are actually following the right path to do it. So now this is in the agenda. Someone can we can ask people to join and help us to review this one. I can actually that right now I know I can go and ask to tie and everything. So let me keep this on my radar, and I'm going to take a look and talk with you, Ty. What do you think about it?
Yes, once again, thank you, Marco and Jonathan. I really don't have any issue with Itai, just to be clear.
Yeah,
And
no, sure.
I could wait the weeks and the months that that it need, and if there is a right path to work on to be a maintainer, I would be happy. And that's all. I
Yeah,
don't need any further other things about it. And once again, it's not about this pull request. This one is just one solution to work around about some dead pull request that was really needed by some users. Thank
yeah.
you.
Don't worry. I totally understand. This is not about complaint or anything. It's about organizing it. Just try to the next time. It's been a hard week for me for personal issues. So it's not like I've been actually looking at every pull request like I actually do every week and almost every 2 or every day. So I'm sorry I didn't see it before because I know about this because I was the one telling you to create this pull request in the previous community meeting. I have remembered. So I remember. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on this and I'll do a couple of stuff. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
no problem. Okay, uh, next one. Another pull request. Hey, I like when this is about pull request because we can actually do some work. This is about what is this? The link social to website.
Yeah, Piancho made some changes to the navigation and to the footer basically, and added the social links. It already got Jaime's approval, so I'm wondering if we can just merge this one.
Actually, the approval is not there.
No, I think.
No.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you
probably he did
made some
something
more
afterwards.
changes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Yeah, this one is the one I know. That actually I did the last few days, and I supposed to merge it last week. And sorry about that. Yeah, let's merge it, but not right
Awesome.
now because
Oh,
so we can continue with the meeting, and because this needs to be revised. Okay, let me see.
do you want me to do that?
No, I'm doing it.
Okay.
What is the name of the pull request? 319.
3-1, yeah.
GA checkout, GA check, no, GA request checkout, 219. Upload, upload, push. Yeah, and I remember this one because I had an issue with it. Okay. No, I cannot push because the permission has changed. Yeah, no, it should be there. I have some issues with this. Let me do a quick fix if I can. Otherwise, we need to move and I'll do it after the meeting. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Check out.
I'm loving the soundtrack for this one.
Nope. I don't have permission. So something happened in the middle that has been removed. And I'm going to merge this after the meeting. Okay. Actually, I think I can do the squash and merge, but let's check. Okay.
Yep.
Again, this
Thank
is
you.
going to again. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Now this one, latest merged patches. Who added this one?
I think
Marco?
Bartolini added it before he left.
I think I want to speak about what we merged in the in the last weeks.
Marco, can you do it? Because
I'm a bit.
I have no idea what Bartolini was
Yeah,
talking here.
I think he want to just speak about the patches for 1.27 and for 1.26, like the promotion of the anti-isolation and similar thing. I don't know. Certainly I don't remember. So maybe if we look at the commits that are on Git.
It's loading, slowly loading comments.
Okay, so for example, the volume attribute class that have been merged today is a very interesting change that basically enable our volume template to be reconciled with the actual volume for the volume attribute class, but probably also for other thing. I didn't review this, so I don't deeply know it. But the idea is instead, but maybe Armando or Leonardo can speak about that, if you want.
I think you summarized it well.
Yeah.
It has also some refactoring inside the code, but I think for what is the scope of the question, it's fine what you said.
So the idea is from now on,
If
is we
the
need to
value
change.
changes, we will reconcile it.
Yeah, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is well, I would say a change in how we approach the volume template, because before they were only used during the creation. Now
I
you can
think
reconcile that.
the label fix is appropriate because if people use a persistent volume claim template, they expect it that any change they make, they get
Yep.
propagated. So yeah.
So these have been backported. So
Yeah,
it will be in the next point release for all
yeah,
the active branches.
and also opens the issue about how we should handle the rest of the values that change. So, but this is a different topic.
Which other?
And more
Read
in
up the list.
general, exactly. More in general, keep it in line. We need to find a system to keep it in line with the evolution of Kubernetes, of the API,
Yeah.
without us having to manually change every time the code.
Then there is another pull request about, okay, these are the FQDN more values in the secrets. So this allows a user to use the full qualified name to connect to the service. So that is useful if you are connecting from another namespace.
Nice. The next comment.
And yeah, this one, the synchronized logical decoding feature. Basically, this is a feature that have been added in Postgres 17, and it allows to basically use the the logical decoding in an HA cluster. And now you can do that safely because this feature basically, when enabled, prevent the logical decoding plugin to send changes that are not yet replicated on the standbys. So that means that if a standby gets promoted, it will have everything that has already been decoded. So this is the final step to support the failover when you are using a logical decoding plugin, or you are using the logical replication native of Postgres.
Sweet.
Okay. This one is the primary isolation check in the liveness probe.
I think you missed a couple fixes for the backups that are very important. I
Okay.
think those are the highest priority thing we fixed.
Oh yes, I just so the PG rewind typo, and I skipped, but there is the file backup target. No, this one is just a typo. It's nothing.
Which one is this one?
That
Okay, those one at least are fun.
yes. No, the one Armando was saying, the two are, well, is file backup if target pod become unhealthy. Basically, these detects if for some reason the pod where the backup is running stop working and fail the backup immediately. Otherwise, it would have remained potentially for a very long time.
What would happen that the backup would remain stuck for an infinite amount of time? And given that we reconcile at most one backup, it would block all the queue. So it's very impactful.
Yes. Okay.
You can share the screen if you want. You will see that.
No, because I have only one screen today, and I don't feel very comfortable sharing. Yeah, the other fix that Armando was referring is ensure backup status is set after a failure. That one.
So it would happen that we would fail a backup without setting the proper condition of other data inside the cluster. That was very bad.
And now it doesn't happen anymore. So
well, that is a big statement.
Yeah.
For what I've done, I think it is the case. I'm sure that there are cases where it still happens. And we will find them eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
after covering the bigger hole, you might you might see the others.
Or you open an even bigger hole and you fall down. It's over, Mark.
No, please. Okay. I think we can scroll. This is dependencies, a linter, nothing else. Oh, this one. Fix, avoid liveness probe to timeout when not needed. The last one. This one is a fix for quite important thing. So basically, before this fix, the liveness probe of a pod was inadvertently tied to the availability of the API server. So not because one of the calls that we were doing inside the liveness probe were basically timing out when the API server was not available, and the timeout was longer than the liveness probe timeout. And that the practical result of this was that once the API server was unavailable, the pod were starting to terminate one after the other. So this is important. Now it doesn't happen anymore.
Okay, so a few words to clarify. This doesn't happen immediately because probes have a failure threshold. First thing. Second thing, this depends on how the TCP timeout is set in your Kubernetes cluster. Third point, this happens only if you rely on the default timeout that we use inside the CMPG cluster, which is 5 seconds. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. So it doesn't happen everywhere when the API server is not reachable, but only when the previous conditions are met.
Still a very important bug fix.
Yes, and after this bug fix, it doesn't happen anymore, unless you are trying actively to make it happen. Yeah, we are almost at the start of June. So I think
Yep, that is the beginning of June.
good.
And May. Those were the commits merged during June and part of July.
Yeah,
Okay.
also there's another little commit that add the system ID the status. I saw it passing.
Which one?
No, it was before. Was in the previous page. One called the system ID. It's just reporting, but it allow us to do some more accurate check when
I think
Yes.
we also merged the Postgres configuration interface for CMPGR. That is quite big.
Yes, I remember.
System
There
ID.
is, yes, this one is just to have the system ID of the cluster inside the status. And the configuration interface. No, I think
It's
it's
somewhere, but it has been merged. Pretty sure.
I think
No, it's there.
yeah,
It's there. You scrolled past it. Fit.
this one.
Yeah.
And this is a new CNPGI interface that allows you to customize the Postgres configuration using
Right.
a sidecar of the instance.
So you can use more advanced plugins now.
Yeah. So if you need to change something in the Postgres configuration, you can. And I think this is pretty much all for the last month.
Nice.
The rest are fixes of CI test and maintenance, new dependencies,
Okay.
new
There's
version of
nothing
dependency.
else in the agenda. Someone else has something else to talk about on this beautiful call? Anything else to add or something? I'm going to approve myself. Nope.
Nope.
Thank you for attending this community meeting. See you in the next time. And for the office hour next week on Wednesday. Bye bye,
Okay,
everyone.
bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.